Hello, wonderful people. Back at it again with another video. Will Thunder Talks. Right here, it's me, the guy that talks with thunder occasionally and apparently. Today, I'm going to talk about the old me and the new me. So, this is a big change. I guess I feel I'm experiencing, and I guess something I'm reconciling with. If you are a longer term watcher, or you know me personally, you may have noticed that I've lost weight. I'm still doing that. I'm, as of today, 120 kilograms. That's a lot of weight change. A lot, because I was 182 kilograms. 62, well, almost 63 kilograms difference there, my friends. That's a lot of weight. Or like 135 pounds, 130 pounds if you're American. But I think a lot of how I've understood myself and how I've navigated my life and the things I've chosen to do have been based around the limitations of my weight. And something that really pinged in my head about this was that I got a Facebook memory, because I'm a boomer and I still use Facebook, that said, damn, Will, 4 years ago, this time 4 years ago, you were trying to lose weight via intermittent fasting, right? And low carb. So I was doing low carb, intermittent fasting. So I was similar weight to what I was at my peak, right? I think it was about like 180 kilograms. And I worked my way down to about 160, just off of this, diet, exercise alone, which is cool. I like that. That's great. But clearly I put it all back on, right? Because a couple of years ago I was at that weight again. And now I've come further than I ever have before in weight loss. And it's changing how I am with people, with how I conduct myself in my professional and personal life. I almost feel like I walk with a bit of a swagger now. I'm walking like, yeah, man, I got this. I'm comfortable. I'm allowed to take up space. I'm allowed to embody all the things I've cared about and contributed to in some ways, but had lots of self-doubt around. Like, I'm thinking about, being a musician, right? I play music. You guys ever seen my shorts? You've seen I make little sounds sometimes. I guess I'm more comfortable with being seen. And I think that's a huge deal for me, because I've hidden myself away in terms of taking the spotlight off them, because I've felt like, that's why I have a film degree, because I've been like, man, I can handle behind the camera and I can talk to people, and I'm good with people, one-on-one and in small groups and stuff, but and if I forget myself, I'm fine having the spotlight, I've done karaoke's and stuff when I was a big chungus boy. And now not that chunky anymore. I went and spoke to my pharmacist the other day, which was the healthcare professional that I worked with to get on Mounjaro originally, and he saw me today because I hadn't seen him since August, because I've been getting it from online providers, and he was like, whoa, Will, you're like a healthy weight now. You're like pretty much a healthy weight. I probably of the average American weight-wise now. I made, huge change, don't get me wrong. I'm way happier the size I am now than I have been historically, and I don't think it would be the end of the world if I completely stopped losing weight here. I think I'd be pretty healthy, pretty happy here. But I want to keep going, because I want to get my body fat percentage down, really. But now, running is fun. I can just run, man. I can just run. I'm not saying I'm like a marathon runner, but if I have to run from one side of the car park to the other side of the car park, fine. If I have to run upstairs, fine. I don't even notice my heart rate going up. I can just do it now. And those things really change. I think a lot of how I've seen myself has been there are things I really think I would enjoy, but I'm too fat for them. Rock climbing, cycling, hiking, certain kinds of yoga, lots of that kind of stuff, I've very much been like, don't know if I can do that. Now I kind of can, and I actually think the main thing it's more of a challenge here for me is the mental than the physical, because it's actually a really drastic change in my capability of what I can do. I don't think a lot of people think about this enough when you have kind of a weight transformation like this, and I think it's part of what pings back when people put weight back on, because really we don't like change. Change kind of sucks, because when we're fat, I guess our biology is like, yeah man, we've got this metabolic set point, right? We're like heavy, but we know we've got like reserves, and we're like good, we're chilling. But now I don't have those reserves, right? I don't have those reserves, so part of my biology is probably like, yo man, just crack on, just get that weight back on. But the medication is not allowing that to happen, right? So there's this new me that's kind of emerging, and I think it's really hard to fully embrace that. I think a lot of my old habits are still kind of there, that I am trying to do exercise every single day, even if it's just steps, and then go to the gym 2-3 times a week. But I think it's really, really interesting. If anyone else has ever lost a bunch of weight, please, in the comments, I want to hear your thoughts, because like for me, it's been amazing and terrible at the same time. I feel like a lot of my relationships with my friends are changing so much in how I look at them. I don't think they felt like it's changed, but I do, because now I'm like, ooh, like I have more physical energy stats. I kind of want to go outside. I want to climb up the hill next to me. I want to like be in the sunshine. And when I'm outside, I'm not sweaty really at all. And I guess part of me is like, ooh, am I going to lose all my friends? You know, there's a worry of that internally. And I'm not quite sure what to do with that yet. I definitely don't want to dump all my friends and go and get new friends. But I'm changing. And I think digesting that change is really important. And I think in a broader sense, this is going to happen for a lot of people that lose the weight. And I think being able to process and accept that change is going to be a huge part of whether or not people keep the weight off. Because when the medication stops, if the medication stops, I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to maintenance forever probably. But I'm kind of a different guy now. You know, Will at 28 is different to Will at 31. And I'm excited about that. But I'm also grieving that old part of me. And I would love to hear your thoughts. I think I'm going to leave that there for today. You've been wonderful. I've been Will. Good luck. Take care. If you've changed, that's okay. If you haven't, that's okay. You've been wonderful. I've been Will. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.